cream of wheat. In here I have 1 cup of skim milk, and we just need to heat it until it almost comes to the boil. Don't cook it too high because you don't want it to scorch on the bottom. So I'll be back when it reaches that point. Okay, my milk is super hot. Now we want to whisk in 3 tablespoons of cream of wheat. Not the kind that comes in the pack, just the kind that comes in the box, the loose. And we just want to stir and whisk it for 2 minutes. Okay, I had to take mine off the burner because my stove, it is the glass top, obviously you can see, and it holds heat so long. Once it starts, it takes a long time for it to cool off, and so I've cooked it here for 2 minutes. Now what I have here is 1 egg, a tablespoon of sweetener, and I use Truvia Sweet Complete, and then a teaspoon of vanilla. And what I want to do, instead of pouring it straight in here and cooking the eggs like little scrambled pieces, I want to temper it. So you put some of the hot mixture into the egg mixture, and it heats it up so that it's not such a shock when you pour it back into the hot. I'll do just a little bit more because those are some really hot cream of wheat. I was going to say some really hot cream of wheats. Okay, then we'll stir this in. I'm going to put it back on the burner in just a minute. We whisk this into our cream of wheat. Then we're going to put it back on the burner. So let me slide you over. Then we're going to cook this about a minute or two, however long. We just want to make sure that the egg is cooked. And whisk it, make sure it doesn't stick and scorch to the bottom. Right, I've cooked mine a couple of minutes, and it's definitely thick. You want to get it as thick as you want, and I like mine a little thicker because I like to add milk to the top of it. So let's serve this up. Okay, now, you see, this is thick like grits. If you don't want yours as thick, quit cooking it when it gets to where you like it. But since I like to add milk to mine, I like to start it out thicker, or it's just really, really thin when you eat it. Now, I also like butter on my cream of wheat. I can't believe it's not butter light. That's what I'm using in place of fat-free margarine on the Simply Feeling list, because they don't have fat-free margarine anymore. So I substitute that, and I use that as my Simply Feeling butter. But I like a little bit of that in my cream of wheat. And if it's not sweet enough, I'll add more sweetener, of course. Now let's add a little bit of milk. And it's skim milk, so it's Simply Feeling. I'm going to add just a little more. Now, if you hang on a split second, I'm going to give this a taste. That is the smoothest, creamiest cream of wheat I've ever eaten. The only thing it needs is salt, which I always salt mine because that brings out the sweetness. And it doesn't make the cream of wheat so flat. And then I just need a little more sweetener to mine. Not really much, but I think it really needed salt more than sugar, but I'm going to add a little bit more. And there you have it. Cream of wheat pudding. Oh, it's good. It's velvety. So this is a great Simply Feeling recipe. And it did not take long to make either. So that is a bonus. Okay, well, here you go. Wonderfully delicious, easy, simple, budget-friendly Simply Feeling recipe. This is an easy one, just rice and eggs. I used to make this all the time as a side dish in my first marriage. He's the one that I heard of it from. I'd never heard of it. And just salt your
rice and put some light butter on it if you want to, and just mix it with your scrambled eggs. It's kind of like a breakfast fried rice without all that other stuff, but it's very, very satisfying. It's such a comfort food. I made this breakfast in my mini dash rice cooker, and it made enough for me and David. I started with 3/4 cup old fashioned oatmeal and 1.5 cups of water. No, excuse me, 1 1/4 cups of water. And then I added one peeled and chopped apple, a little bit of Truvia brown sugar, and some cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. And I just mashed the button, and it finished when it was finished. And it was very creamy. Of course, I doctored mine up with some light butter, a little bit extra sugar sweetener, and milk. And it was delicious. And David, who eats plain oatmeal, loved this. He even said, "Oh, I think I need more sugar." So it's very it's just very creamy and very delicious.
This is for our protein French toast. What I already have in here is 1 egg that I beat really well first, 3 tablespoons of almond milk, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. What I'm going to add is 2 tablespoons of vanilla protein powder. This is the one I use, and I'm just about out. I got it when I had my gastric bypass. And I looked it up. 2 teaspoons is 0 points, so we don't have to worry about that. And then a half teaspoon of cinnamon and a half a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of Truvia Sweet Complete, or your favorite sweetener. Now we just want to mix this up really well. And I'm going to tell you, I think this is going to be good. Okay, I think that will do. Let's scoot over. I think my pan's hot enough. You can do it in butter. I'm just going to spritz it with a little, oh, don't be too hot, please, avocado oil. And I've got 2 pieces of Sara Lee Delightful 45-calorie white bread. It is simply filling. So we're just going to put, you know how to make French toast. Ooh, it's going to take forever for this to cook. That is a thick coating. I don't know, maybe not. Good sizzle going on there. And you know what? I missed a couple spots. So I'm just going to pour it on. Not waste it. So we are just going to cook these just like French toast until it's done. Well, that was pretty fast. So let's cut these like French toast. And plate it up. Okay, now I want to add a banana. I'm not sure if I want the whole thing or not. We'll see. Yeah, I think we'll go for it. I think this is going to be more than I can eat, but my eyes are really hungry this morning. Okay. Some sugar-free syrup. This is really good tasting brand. And it's simply filling, so don't get out your measuring cup. If you like a good syrupy pancake or whatever, then I'll leave it up to you. And this is the Kanto powdered sugar. How awesome does that look? Ooh, let's taste it. I want to taste it first without the banana just to see what the toast tastes like. It's good. I get a hint that there's protein in it. You can't tell if it's protein powder or protein drink, but you can just get a hint. It's not strong like if you were just taking a big old chug of a protein drink, because everybody knows how that tastes. Just a hint. But with the syrup, that helps. Now let's get a little bite with a banana. Now that does the trick. You can put berries on here, nuts, anything you want. You can leave it plain if you want to. But it's a good way to get in some extra protein for the day. And it's simply filling. So there you go. Another delicious, really simple, simply filling breakfast.
Now, this last one is a Southern delight for sure. It is a grits bowl. That's what I call it. You start with some grits, and I use 1 pack of instant grits because I'm here to tell you when I'm hungry in the morning, unless it's like a lazy Sunday or something, I'm not going to stand there and cook grits for 20 minutes. So I have no problem as a Southerner eating a pack of instant grits. And then on top of it, I fried a piece of liver mush and just cut it up, and a scrambled egg. The only thing that would make this better would be a sliced tomato and some cream gravy over top. And you would have my childhood in a bowl, because growing up, I loved to mix everything together and put the gravy all over it. All that. And it's delicious. So this is a very comforting bowl. That's kind of the key word of the day, isn't it? Comforting. This is a very delicious and easy bowl to make in the morning, and you get some good protein out of it too. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you when I see you.